Hi, my name is Haley. Welcome to my American Studies 300 analytical project, and let's get this started. So the two films I'm going to be analyzing upon is The Joy Luck Club and Freaky Friday. And my thesis is, by analyzing the two films, Freaky Friday and The Joy Luck Club, through a narrative perspective, it is evident that a mother-daughter relationship is highly valued and important in American culture, no matter the misunderstandings and miscommunication the relationship undergoes. So I'm going to be starting on Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'll be giving a summary about the film. So we have a single mother, Tess, and a teenage daughter, Anna, and Anna doesn't approve of Tess's fiance. In the film, it doesn't show how Anna's father passed away, but it does introduce how Tess was already engaged to her fiance. They go to dinner at a Chinese restaurant with Tess's fiance, her father, and her son, which is Anna's little brother. And so Friday, which is Tess's wedding dinner rehearsal, but Anna has a band audition the same night. Anna is pushing and persuading her mom to let her go to the band audition. However, it is the same day and her mother won't allow her to go. So Tess and Anna get into a quarrel about what is important to them on that Friday night. And as they're arguing, a Chinese worker interferes and gives them 2 fortune cookies. They read the fortune, and then overnight their bodies switch in their sleep. So the next day they wake up and they realize that they have switched bodies. So during the time they are in different bodies, they both live their life in each other's shoes, and they learn many things about each other, how it's like working in the real world and how it's like being a student again in high school. And this goes throughout the whole movie, and it comes to the point where after they've reached a point of finally understanding each other, Anna finally accepts Tess's marriage with her fiance, and the selfless love that she has causes their body to switch back on the night of the wedding rehearsal dinner. So Tess and her new husband, Ryan, get married at the end, while Anna performs with her band at the wedding. And then now I'm going to be talking about the summary of the Joy Luck Club. It's going to be a little lengthy, but it is very interesting. So we have a series of 4 different stories from 4 Chinese immigrant mothers who gave birth to their daughters in America. So Su-yeon, which is the mother on the upper left, she tells her story of how she fled the Japanese War and abandoned her twin children in China. After she abandoned them, she moved to America and she gave birth to her only daughter named June. The movie is solely based how Su-yeon passed away, and the main narrator is going to be June, which is Su-yeon's daughter. And then we have the second mother, Lindo. She talks about her forced marriage at 15 years old, and she goes through a series of planning how to get out of her marriage. So after leaving her marriage, she moves to Shanghai until she was ready to leave as a grown adult, and then she moved to America and she gave birth to her daughter Waverly. We have Ying Ying, the third mother. Her story was a little bit more tragic. So she marries a handsome man in China and they have a child. However, he cheats on her and abuses her with another woman, and it causes her to go into depression, and she ends up killing their son in the bathtub. So ever since she murdered her baby, she moves to America hoping to forget everything, but instead she got diagnosed with PTSD and she goes into greater depression. While she's at America, she gave birth to her daughter Lena. And then we have the last mother to the right. Her name is An Mei. Her mother was known to be a concubine because she was degraded for having an affair with a married man. So she was considered a concubine. An Mei decided to run away with her mother and to move in with the king. And there they meet like the other concubines. An Mei's mother endured the most pain emotionally and physically, to the point she ended up committing suicide on the day she decided to commit suicide. And An Mei ended up growing up as an orphan, then moves to America to give birth to her daughter Rose. And at the end of the film, June reunites with her half-twin sisters in China and breaks the news that their mother Su-yeon passed away. Overall, this summary was very kind of messy, and it's too much to discuss about, but I try to give the key points. So the difference on Freaky Friday, it is comedy based and it's rated PG. It's also more American based, where we have a typical rebellious teenage daughter and a single widowed or / divorced mom. And we have this teenage face coming from Anna, where she says in the movie, "You're ruining my life," and I'll be including a clip from the movie. And then we have a busy mom who's solely focused on work. And then we have a fiance that's disliked by the daughter. And then we have minor daughter-mother arguments such as craving attention or like privacy or interests, such as Anna liking her band or liking this certain boy that is not up to standards for her mom, or just in general listening to each other.
I don't think he knows I even exist. It's so stupid to think about him, but I can't help it. Jake! Jake! Get out of my
She saw it.
Time to check out those Lakers.
I'm with you.
Mom! Mom, did you see what happened to my door?
I spoke to your principal
What?
just now on the phone.
Where's my door?
Privacy is a privilege, Anna.
Where's my door, Mom?
Your door will be returned to you, Anna, if and when you
I
can
need my
explain
door!
to me.
You give me that door, or I will kill myself! Oh, can I watch?
Harry!
Shut up!
I think we can dispense with the drama. And maybe you can just calmly explain to me why you were in detention twice today?
Okay, I went to detention, but that was only because Stacy Hinkhouse kept hitting me on the head with a volleyball.
When is this conflict with Stacy Hinkhouse going to end?
Never. Because she's an insane psycho freak, and you'd know that if you paid like a speck of attention.
Anna?
What?
I think you know I pay attention, Anna. Enough to know that you got an F in English today?
Well, Mr. Bates is out to get me.
Oh, him too?
Yeah. You know, he just looks for ways to torture me. Like today, the one time Jake even spoke to me, he totally...
Who's Jake?
He's just nobody.
You say I'm not interested, Anna. I'm interested. Try me.
Okay, he's just this really amazing guy, Mom.
Where'd you meet him?
Detention, but...
That's promising.
See? Do you see? Why do I even bother telling you anything?
Okay, who's up for Chinese?
Ah! You're ruining my life! I'm moving out of Norm. I'm never coming back ever again!
And then the difference on the Joy Luck Club, it is drama based and it's rated R. It's a Chinese background based on immigration and adjustments to the American life. So Chinese mothers do not approve of American behaviors because they think it's careless and disrespectful. Instead of mothers worrying about other things in the household, they're worrying on their daughter's image. The struggles between the Chinese mother and the Chinese American daughter is very significant because it's solely based on personal value and worth and self-image. And we have a quote here where Rose says, "I like being tragic, Ma." So that translates to being like not being the perfect daughter and not being a perfect Chinese American. I'll be including a trailer of the Joy Luck Club because I think, or it gives like the main points of what I gave in the summary.
I want to understand my mother. I really try. But in so many ways, she's always been a stranger to me. I guess she always will be. My mother started the Joy Luck Club. For 30 years, these women feasted, forgot past wrongs, laughed, played, lost and won, and told the best stories.
Hey, no talking in Chinese. How do I know you're not cheating?
We are your auntie, and we are very honest people.
Hollywood Pictures presents the story of 4 extraordinary women who left their homeland behind.
I was raised
the Chinese way.
to build a future for their daughters in America.
I like being tragic, Ma. I learned it from you.
Their hopes were inspiring.
You have best quality heart. Best quality is everything. Mothers know this.
Their passions were consuming.
You don't know the power you have over me. One word from you, one look. And I'm 4 years old again, crying myself to sleep.
Their dreams were overwhelming.
No matter what you hope for, I'll never be more than what I am.
And love would see them through.
My mother, not to know her worth until too late. Too late for her, but not too late for you.
The Joy Luck Club. Directed by Wayne Wang.
And so the similarities that both films have are that both mothers in the film want the best for their daughters, so they're very protective. Mothers tend to have the wrong image or their misunderstanding towards their daughters, and that goes vice versa with daughters towards their mothers, that they don't really understand how they want them to be. In both films, mothers carry the burden the most. Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie, she has 2 children to worry about. She has a job she's a therapist, and she has patients to worry about as well. And she has her wedding and her fiance. And in the Joy Luck Club, we have all mothers carrying the burden of the tragic past that they have endured. And I think that the Joy Luck Club is more sad in a sense that the mothers have experienced more tragic events, that they don't want the daughters to experience what they experienced. The last similarity that they have are the daughters yearn to be listened to. All daughters want to be listened to, what their reasoning is. And the last one is going to be my so what. So both films give the audience a lesson. It's mostly directed towards mothers and daughters, and it's to love and to listen to each other. Although there's going to be conflicts and misunderstanding, daughters should know that their mothers will always be there for them physically and emotionally. In American culture, a strong bond is very valuable because many different cultures do not share a close mother-daughter relationship. And mothers are not going to live forever, so the film advises young daughters to love, understand, and care as much for their birth giver.